A state without nationality, and that may sound strange, but for some, it's a reality. People in Israel cannot be documented as being Israeli. And as RT's Policy Year discovers, a united national identity could be an important step towards ending discrimination in the country.
The US has Uncle Sam, Russia has the bear, France has Marianne, and Israel has a question mark. If nothing else, it's weird. In France, you're French. In the United States, you're American. In South Africa, you're South African. But here, in Israel, you cannot be registered as Israeli.
Under Israeli law, you can come from Moscow and demand to be registered nationality Russian, but you cannot demand to be registered nationality Israeli. It's a totally absurd situation.
In Israel's population registry, there are 135 recognized nations. People are listed as Jew, Arab, Druze, and more, but never as Israeli. And most seem okay with that.
It's semantics. The meaning is the same. The nation is the Jewish nation, and it has the Jewish nation state, both in the Proclamation of Independence and the UN resolution of November the 29th, 1947, which says that a Jewish state will be formed, not an Israeli one.
If a person was to be identified as Israeli in the National Registry, it would challenge the claim that Israel is a Jewish country, something the Supreme Court is aware of, as is Uri Avneri and a group of Israelis petitioning for change.
Under all these laws, Jewish citizen has different rights from an Arab citizen. This is something which we cannot accept. It's not democratic. We want the state to belong to the Israelis, all Israelis.
But for now, the Supreme Court has dismissed the case, leaving the debate on what is an Israeli open. For years, it was Srulik, created by one of the country's greatest caricaturists, Karnil Gadosh, better known as Dosh. But Srulik is clearly Jewish.
He came up with a young man because Israel was still a young state, and slowly he created the new Israeli. Dosh dealt more with the issue what happened with our neighbors, Palestinians included, but they weren't part of the character.
Like the registry, Srulik lives in a world where culture, faith and history are more defining than one's present. And by all accounts, it's likely to remain that way, at least for the nearest future. An Israel without Israelis. Policy Year, RT, Holon.